Does anybody remember one of the most popular show on Prime Video called Hazbin Hotel? It was released in 2024 by Vivian Medrano, who also made Hell of a Boss. And I was a big fan of the show. And you guys know there's a season 2 coming soon until October 29th. But there was one scene I just saw before during the show must go on. The episode finale. But it was different. One day, I was just chilling around, watching some Hell of a Boss on YouTube on my computer. Just then, a mailman delivered something at my mailbox. I paused the video and walked outside to see what was in my mailbox. I looked inside and saw the box. I grabbed the box and went back inside. I then opened the box to see what it was. It was a DVD of Hazbin Hotel. But that's strange, I thought it was only on Prime Video. But I just shrugged it off. I then decided to put the DVD in my Xbox. I then turned on the TV and it showed me the menu, which had the only option play alternative ending. I never saw it before. But I decided to click on it. It then cuts to black. Just then a warning message appeared. The following alternate ending of Hazbin Hotel, the show must go on. The finale episode that you are about to see may contain unpleasant nature, and graphic, and violence that should not be viewed by minors or children. Please watch it at your own risk. Oh God. Why me? I said to myself. It started with the Hazbin Hotel title intro. After that, it cuts to the Hazbin Hotel during the final battle between Adam, Loot, and the exterminators. Everything was completely normal. Alistair disappears into shadow after Adam broke his radio cane. Then Serpentius sacrificed himself. It now started with Vaggie and Loot fighting. The scene was completely normal. But instead of Loot losing the fight, Vaggie was getting very weak from the fight. Then Loot cut one of her arms off. Vaggie screamed in pain. But her screaming didn't sound very cartoony. It sounded very realistic. As if her voice actor, Stephanie Beatrice, was screaming in pain and tortured very badly. Then Loot said,
"Any last words, traitor?"
Before Vaggie was about to say something, Loot chopped her head off. I was very shocked by this point. I wanted to turn it off. But I couldn't and I kept watching it. It then cuts to Charlie and Adam fighting. But instead of her father, Lucifer, coming to save her, Adam kept her in his hand. It then cuts to Angel Dust and Husk. Angel got killed by one of the exterminators by having both of his hands chopped off, and then his legs were chopped off as he was laying there, losing a lot of blood. Husk was in dismay of what happened to Angel. But then one of the exterminators cut off one of his wings and then cut off his head. I was getting really scared by this point. Then it cuts to Nifty. But instead of killing some of the exterminators, she instead got killed by one of the exterminators by using one of their weapons. She was chopped in half and laid there dead. It then cuts to Cherry Bomb. But instead of trying to fight, she was instead very shocked. And she decided to flee. Then one of the angels cornered her. And then she accidentally forgot to throw one of her bombs and it ended up exploding. Oh God, this is getting really disgusting. I almost felt like throwing up. But I held it in. It then cuts back to Charlie and Adam. Charlie was getting very depressed of her friends' deaths. And then Adam said this in an evil voice.
"Well, it looks like all of your friends have been killed. Now it's time to finish you off."
Adam got ready to fire at Charlie. Before Charlie could say something, her head was blasted off. Just then, Adam lets go of her body. Her headless body dropped dead to the ground. I was really sad and heartbroken by this point. Charlie was my favorite character. I didn't know why she had to die. Then Adam looked at the screen and said this.
"If you are watching this, then I am coming for you next."
Then Adam began to laugh maniacally. Then he punched the camera with his guitar, which cut to black. And then it took me back to the menu. I was very scared, disgusted and horrified. At this point I decided to destroy the DVD and throw it out. And I kept some of my merch of Hazbin Hotel in a box. Because it scared me for life. Then the next day on Twitter, Vivian Medrano said that someone made an alternative ending to her series and she decided to remove it and keep it somewhere where nobody can watch it. I kept having the same nightmare of Adam, loot, and the exterminators trying to kill me like they did with Charlie and her friends. And if you guys ever see a lost ending of Hazbin Hotel, please don't watch it.